bearded lawyer in velvet gown whispers of law beneath the moon's sweet glow. He's here to guide you through the undertow, from tales of love lost and battles won, to secrets that hide when the day is done. He'll paint the night with stories so stark. Welcome to Family Law After Dark. Light up that cigar and pour a glass of red, as we wade through matters not often said, where hearts and minds often leave a mark. Dive deep into family law after dark. The lawyer's voice smooth like leather, he sings lies only he can tether. In the sultry jazz lounge, let the wisdom flow. Feel the rhythm in the late night glow. Through custody tangles and alimony strife, he navigates the drama of everyday life. With a wry wink and a cheeky remark, let's unravel family law after dark. Light up that cigar and pour a glass of red, as we wade through matters not often said, where hearts and minds often leave a mark. Dive deep into family law after dark. Light up that cigar and pour a glass of red, as we wade through matters not often said, where hearts and minds often leave a mark. Dive deep into family law after dark.
Good, happy afternoon, happy Friday to all of you. This is Omar Serrata with Family Law After Dark. I'm joined by the Schnitzel Ninja. At some point, we're going to be joined by Brad. I think Bruce is feeling under the weather, but I got some cases for you guys lined up to talk about. I hope you're ready, Schnitzel, because
Ready. A long time no see, man.
I know it's been so long.
I know.
So what are you drinking now? Is it still that stale ass coffee? Decaffeinated? No way?
I put that in the fridge. I'll finish it tomorrow.
Oh my God.
I know. One of my vices, or what's the word for a negative thing about someone? A red flag?
Is it a red flag that you drink stale coffee?
I don't know. Let's see what the audience thinks. Is it gross to drink day old coffee from the fridge?
Yes. That should be a fucking poll. What is the expiration date of or time period of coffee? I feel like it should be an hour. Yeah, but I feel like iced coffee should start off as that doesn't make any sense because it's got to be heated up at some point, doesn't it? I guess you could turn it into iced coffee, sure.
But I have a Woodford.
Oh, I don't even remember what I'm drinking. What the hell is it? It's it's the Eagle Rare. I'm polishing it off.
Oh yeah,
polishing it off. What's up, good. Bruce? He said, "Make cold brew instead." No, fuck all of that, man. I'm not into the cold brew. I don't know. I feel like, well, it doesn't matter. Cold brew is cool, but it's just like it's dangerous. You drink too much of that stuff, and then you get all like wiry.
Yeah, that's why I had to get a decaf. I take on Fridays. I take my son to either ice cream or to get a drink. Like Kissy likes to get oat milk with chocolate or whatever, marshmallow flavoring, whatever it is that he would like. So yeah, every Friday we go.
I heard that oat milk is like the worst kind of milk. Like it's the least healthy.
I haven't heard that before.
Oh, I thought you were gonna be like, you know what? Fuck you, dude. What do you know about oat milk?
No, I mean I think it tastes the best. That's why I drink it.
I heard it's the least nutritious and like I don't know, it's dangerous. I don't give a shit, man. Drink what you want. Like people are too like hard up about food, man. Just if it, just don't be a dick about it. You'll probably be okay.
I have it every day.
Eek. Well, can't help it.
Maybe I should look into that.
Because
Goat
of your
milk, Rob said goat milk.
No, I don't think I'm going to do the goat milk thing.
We're saying oat milk, not.
I do the regular milk thing. I think it's tried and true. Why change it up? Like, oh my God.
Even as a kid, I hated cereal because it had milk in it.
Really?
Yes.
That's so weird.
Or like to drink a glass of milk was just like, I don't even know how to describe it. Just like such a nasty thought to my brain.
How is oat milk any different?
Well, I don't just drink a glass of it, but it doesn't. I don't know. There's like so I've been vegan since 2018, and because I've had things here and there that have had dairy in it, like maybe not even knowing that it was going to have something in it, or that's the only thing that was available. Like I went to India and they don't have oat milk there.
Can't imagine not.
Like, there were only so many options. You had to be basically vegetarian. But anyway, yeah, there's just a certain flavor. It's like butter has the flavor, milk has the flavor, ice cream has the flavor, chocolate has the flavor. It's like that dairy, it's milk, it's the cow milk flavor that is hard to describe, but it is so like prominent when you go years without having it.
But you eat ice cream?
No, I eat vegan ice cream.
Oh, well, that sounds like not a lot of fun.
So, like, I went to the local ice cream shop and they had like these mini ice cream pies, and they accidentally gave me a regular one. But I got home and we started eating it, and I was like, oh, I could tell right away it was not vegan, but we ate it. I wasn't going to be like, excuse me, you gave me the wrong thing.
Oh, you could just do like the shaved ice thing. Or what about gelato? Is that like vegan?
You can make vegan gelato, but it's milk based, or milk based.
Could I just I think I'm just gonna make regular things out of like regular ingredients. I once tried to do like non-gluten pasta. Fuck all of that, dude. It's like it's so hard to like keep it together. Like it just breaks. It's so brittle. Like this thing.
Have you had chickpea pasta?
No, but that sounds like that could probably be delicious.
It's
like
good. And then
paprika.
There's a brand called Brami, Brami, that's I think it might be lupini bean based, but it's pretty.
Lupini bean. I've never heard of a lupini bean in my life.
I don't know if it's a superfood actually, but look them up. They're super healthy for you, and they have protein.
How do you spell that? Lupina.
Lupini.
Like it sounds.
Lupini.
Lupina beans. Those look like cannellini beans.
Yeah.
Nah, maybe they're good. Maybe
they're good. They're good, and they even come in like a pack where they're like salted and maybe have a little vinegar in them. I'm not like a huge vinegary person, but anyway, you can have them as like a snack, and they're really good.
Well, I think we should get into some of these cases because we're over here talking about beans, and it is flat time. And Bruce ain't here to stop me from going off the rails. So, oh, Rob says, "Oh my God, I love loping. Rob, what do you want about, man? I love lopping beers. You pop out of the wax skin, and they just take. I don't know. I don't want to know what that means. I decided I don't want to know what that means.
I think we missed like a conversation that must have been.
Yeah, I do that. Sometimes I'll check into the chat, and they're just talking amongst themselves. All right.
There we go. Well, hey, Rob, lupini.
So my wife was sexting a 72-year-old man, and we had a baby. That's what she says. That's what she says. Let's see what they are on about. Here, let me share my screen with you. And here we go. So he needs help to understand this absurd situation. So last week, my wife, who's 34, was sexting a 72-year-old man. Is there any specific reasons why at 34 years old, as a female, you would be sexting a 72-year-old man? I could think of a few.
I mean, me personally, no.
Money, OnlyFans. Like, maybe she's got like a side hustle.
Yeah.
I don't know. It feels like that's probably where we're headed.
It could be. And also, like, maybe them being older, they would be less judgmental. Like, if she has body image issues, maybe they would be less judgmental and, like, more supportive and positive about her body if she, was sending them stuff. I don't know.
How good about yourself would you feel for sexting a 72-year-old man?
You probably don't feel good about yourself if you're doing that.
Would that cancel out all the positive body imagery, I guess?
I mean, yeah, I think the whole situation probably isn't healthy.
Well, she was sexting a 72-year-old family friend. He was a friend of old lady neighbor who moved out. But this dude remained in touch with us. I see why now. Lol. Would show up with diapers and baby food. What?
Oh.
He would show up with diapers and baby
And the
food.
weird thing is they don't even have a baby.
What are we on about right now? By the way, these are user submissions. I have not read these ahead of time. I don't know what's coming.
Okay.
And so I read the titles. It's like, yeah, that sounds interesting. We'll talk about a 32-year-old sexting a 72-year-old man. I don't know what we're talking about right now. So you guys are reading this right along with me. Anyway, I didn't even know he and my wife talked. He kept up the sweet old man routine. Last week, accidentally saw my wife's WhatsApp, and they were planning to meet and have sex. What the fuck? After I caught it, it was a huge thing. But processing everything, I thought maybe we can move past this. And every time I asked her why, she said, I don't know. A couple nights later, she apologized and told me about her childhood trauma or whatever. And I thought, okay, maybe we can move past this. And she continues to text him. Yesterday, caught her again. This time deleting messaged just before that man replied, which I had to. Deleted the messages. I should like rewrite this with AI like last time. That was a good idea. Too bad your husband saw last time. Otherwise, we would have had sex 3 times by now. Need to plan again soon. What the fuck, man? What do you even do in that situation? So I'm shattered. We have a 1-year-old mom. We have a 1-year-old. Her mom lives with us. She's completely on her side. If your daughter had an affair with a 72-year-old man, would you be on her side?
I don't know.
I can answer that question for you.
I know you would say no.
I'm like, listen here, you little motherfucker. Well, if it was a boy, I would talk to him like this. My daughter, I would talk to differently. What in the fuck is wrong with you? This is a 72-year-old woman? Are you stupid? We would have a whole man. This is why I don't have boys. I would be extremely harsh with boys. With my girls, I'd be like, I don't know what I would tell my daughter. I would disapprove. But it's still my little girl. I'm always going to have her back. I'm going to say, listen, you're making some decisions that is going to fuck up your life. Now, you want to go mess up your life, go right on having a relationship with this old man. He's going to be dead in 8 years. Now what?
Their life could get messed up even if she was sexting a 34-year-old guy.
Well, I mean, it doesn't matter the age, does it? It's just like, what are you doing?
Mm-hmm.
Like, but why? I feel like 72-year-old adds a layer to it that I am not a psychologist. I just play one in court. I suspect if she's sexting a 72-year-old woman, my first thought goes to she's getting paid. My second thought goes to childhood trauma. And I don't know which is correct. But they both might be true at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
There's legitimately women out there that have, I don't want to call them daddy issues, but they didn't have their fathers growing up.
Mm-hmm.
And it just creates this dynamic where they seek attention from older men. Not so much men their own age, but when they get it from older men, it's like replacing what they missed out on with their dad. I would be deeply concerned. I wouldn't be offended if I found out my daughter was sexting a 72-year-old at 34. I would feel probably like a failed father. How are you supposed to feel as dad? How would you feel as a mom? What are you guys like asking me for? I feel like I'm not the only one that should be answering this question.
I mean,
I need Bruce so I could deflect. Hey, Bruce, what do you think about that?
I feel like I'd want to know more. Like, to me, the age isn't necessarily the issue. It's that she's going outside of her marriage to sext somebody else, which, again, like, I'm not in their marriage, so as the mom, like, I mean, I think you can only have so much of an opinion. Like, the mom doesn't necessarily know if this is an agreement the daughter and the husband have, or does the mom know that the husband is like completely blindsided and like nothing like this was ever like an agreement they made in their relationship. And I feel like as a parent, when the kids are they're in their 30s, right? Like, I mean, how much can you or should you say as a parent at that point?
Well, at 30s, you're no longer like the disciplinarian. You're not like gonna like what you're gonna ground them. You're gonna put her in her room. I mean, I think I would seek to have a deeper conversation about what's going on in her life.
Sure. Yeah. And I mean, she probably needs a therapist. I feel like I say that about all these people.
Yeah, I mean, my daughter, the conversations that I've had, my eldest, like she's gonna be fucking 19 years old. Jesus, I'm so old.
You
But
were young and you had her.
I wasn't that young. I was like 25.
It's pretty young.
25. Yeah. I mean, it's youngish. It's
I mean, you're not 72.
my mom had me when she was 16, so that's my comparison.
Yeah.
It's like
I see.
I was a dipshit at 25. I had no business having a kid, but I had one anyway, and I had my daughter Raven. And what I've told her about, man, is that look, whoever it is that you're looking at right now, ain't worth a dick. They ain't worth shit. They don't know anything. They're dumb and they're predatory. There's no boy out there that's 19 years old that's trying to get married.
Yeah.
That means they're using you for practice. So you be careful about who you let use for practice. And just understand that that's all it really is. They could tell you, oh, the moon and the stars and Aladdin and Beauty and the Beast and Cinderella and whatever the fuck Disney movie. Look, this ain't a fucking fairy tale. You could fuck up your life royally by getting involved with one of these little dipshits in a way that you didn't plan on doing. And so if they're going to take this predatory stance, you should probably proceed accordingly. Use them for practice. This is all just about figuring out your likes and your wants and your hopes and your dreams. At some point, you're going to turn 25, 26, 27 years old, and you're going to know you're going to be looking for Prince Charming. Right now, you're probably looking for him, but you have no effing idea what he should even look like. At 27, you'll have a better idea. So take these new young interests with a grain of salt, because chances are that it ain't going to work out. And if you should all like endeavor, oh, you guys are going to be like the exception to the rule, huh? Well, good fucking luck with that. You know what happens to exceptions to the rule? They end up in my office and they need child custody orders and child support. And guess what? Dad don't want nothing to do with the kid, and he's out and he's gone. And then he's like, you know what? Could I just sign my parental rights away? And you're going to be like, sure. And then he's going to be off and he's going to fuck off and start another family. And you're going to be stuck here raising a 3-year-old all by yourself because he thought it was the noble thing to do. I mean, what else are you going to do? I mean, but hey, you're here. So look, there's dangers in all of this. There's dangers in involving yourself in predatory men. Does it reverse itself at 19? Look, I feel like you're a predator in your late teens and early 20s. In your entire 20s, you should trust no man in their 20s that they're going to have your best intentions at heart. They're just, on average, not very smart, not very responsible, and very, very selfish. Men in their 30s are a little bit different, but it's not always the case. Hey, some men never grow out of the selfish phase where they're just going to use women for their own devices and that's it. You should always be wary of men. Hey, Brad, we were just talking about you.
Oh, well, then I'll leave. I haven't had it on, so...
He was talking about being weary of certain men in their 30s.
Oh, yeah, perfectly. So glad I could be the butt of said joke.
It was just perfect timing. You popped in.
Oh, Brad, we love you, man.
It's okay.
Yeah, we're talking about, I don't even know how we got on the topic, but I was giving my eldest daughter advice on dating as she's about to turn 19. And I was just telling her that all men are predators and that she should look at them as such. And even if they present as like Prince Charming, I would have presented at Prince Charming at like 16, 17, 18, 19 years old. Dude, I was like a youth pastor until I got kicked out of church. I was like, I would have been like a parent's like, I would have been like the image of what they wanted their daughters to date. But I was 18 and dumb. I had no fucking idea what I was doing. I was bad with money, was bad with responsibilities. I almost got kicked out of freaking community college.
Damn.
But, I presented as a gentleman, because that's how my mom raised me.
Mm-hmm.
And it wasn't until I had to get beaten up a little bit by the universe that I evolved as a man. That's why I relate to Justin Baldoni. And a lot of the things that he says, I relate to him. This isn't about Baldoni case. I'm just saying. I sympathize with his plight. That's all. I could relate to the whole rage against toxic masculinity thing. We're talking about a 34-year-old that was sexting with a 72-year-old. And we're like, dude, what the fuck?
And why? Is he hoping to get in on the will or something? Like
the 72-year-old?
Yeah.
The guy is 72. 32-year-old lady is sexting with him. And we're trying to figure out why. She's 34.
Right.
So,
but is the guy trying to get on the 72-year-old's will or something?
Who is the guy that you're asking about?
Oh, sorry. Is the wife trying to get on?
Reverse the genders.
Yeah.
My speculation initially was that she's doing this for money, like as part of her OnlyFans side hustle that her husband doesn't know about. But then he found text messages that they banged a couple of times. And so, I don't know, man. And now we've gone through this whole rabbit hole about what that could possibly mean about like her childhood traumas. And, we haven't examined the possibility that maybe she's genuinely attracted to these 72-year-olds. And 72-year-old men watching this stream right now are like, yeah, dude, what the fuck? Why she gotta be like sick in the head? Maybe I'm just like fucking hot. And she wanted to,
I know some people like gray foxes.
Well, gray fox turns to silver when you hit your 70s, There's a quickening that happens. Call it alchemy.
The quickening.
The quickening.
We're not talking about medieval births here.
I don't even know where that word just came to mind. I'm a little lubricated already. I've been drinking since the Kohlberger strain, so I was not drinking decaffeinated iced coffee. And Bruce is not here to stop me, so how about that?
So speaking of decaffeinated iced coffee, so I had my procedure done this week, and my doctor put me on a bland diet.
You got snipped?
I did not get snipped.
Oh, what the hell are you even talking about?
I had to get an upper scope done.
Upper scope of what?
My esophagus.
Oh, that's not... I thought you were going with the colonoscopy.
That's a lower scope, not an upper.
His throat.
I just asked because I'm about to get snipped, and I don't know how I feel about it,
Well, it fits well with your rage against toxic masculinity, so.
Anyway, so this guy, we've been talking about this. He continues. I'm shattered. We have a 1-year-old. Hey, what's that background noise? Is that you, Brad, or is that you?
That's my wife.
Oh, really? Tell her that she's live on Flad right now. Tell her we could hear all of her conversation.
Honey, you're live on Flad. I don't know whether she heard or cared.
Like, oh, fucking Brad going off again.
That's actually her aunt on speakerphone.
Oh, boy, I could relate. Brad, I'm with you, buddy. I could relate. All right, so it says I'm shattered. We have a 1-year-old mom who lives with us, and she's completely on her side. Says it's no big deal. I told her to sleep on the couch moving forward and said you should leave the house. I don't know what to do. I need some sense. Why would she do this with a disgusting 73-year-old man? Our life is perfect. A lot of intimacy. I can't understand. Well, it's never going to be like that ever again.
No.
Because when he starts picturing 73-year-old balls in her face, I mean, there's no going back. Look, in my first marriage, my wife had an affair when my daughter was 1. I get the devastation. I've felt that before.
Mhm.
But it wasn't with a 73-year-old man though. That is a whole nother layer. That's I'm not sure if the age really matters. So he continues on. This is the synopsis. Husband discovers wife sexting and planning sex with a 72-year-old. Wife initially apologized, citing childhood trauma. Hey, I called it. But continued contact. Did she say that? Did he say that up here? No, I don't think he did.
The continued contact would be the too bad your husband saw last time. Otherwise, we would have had sex 3 times by now.
That's the childhood trauma. I don't think that's what he meant. Yeah.
No, that's the
continued contact. We were wondering if he had mentioned that she had childhood trauma previously.
Yeah, I was speculating. Now he's citing it, but I don't know what it is. Anyway, husband found more explicit messages showing they'd planned multiple sexual encounters. Wife dismisses the situation. Husband is devastated, seeking understanding as their relationship appeared healthy. He's asking his wife to leave. Well, I guess that's it. A friend presented as helpful, bringing baby supplies. The 72-year-old bringing baby supplies. They do have a 1-year-old. Gosh, I don't even... Brad, what would you do if you caught your wife sexting with a 72-year-old?
I think you're correct in that the age really doesn't matter, because whether they're 70 or 50 or 20 or 30, it's the infidelity is there.
Mm-hmm.
So
I could tell you when it happened for me back when I was like 26 years old. It was with like a 46-year-old. I was like, what the fuck? 46? But it wasn't 72. You know what I mean? It was like, and back then I was thinking that 46 was ancient.
Mm-hmm.
I think the only reason it couldn't matter, in my thought, would be if the guy has even a modicum of money and he can then spoil her. And then,
72-year-olds on average don't have money. They're on Social Security. But guess what? Your boy is doing something about that, you know?
I'm really not here for a political talk.
I'm just kidding. I'm totally kidding, dude. I'm not going to let you talk politics. I'm just busting balls. That's all.
Also, Sarah Dawn said something that I was thinking. Maybe the kid is the 72-year-old guy's kid.
Oh, that would be awful.
If he's bringing supplies and stuff like that and continuing to be in contact with her.
Wow. You should get a DNA test.
Yeah,
that was not even tracking for me.
That would certainly be a necessity.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Hey, just for future reference, if I bring up politics on Flat, I'm totally just fucking around, dude. I'm not trying to get in a serious political conversation. We do that after hours. I appreciate it.
Flat after dark.
Maybe only that one time. We'll see.
Just that one time. Probably never again. Anyway, man. Yeah, I don't. That would be a reason for him bringing over baby supplies, wouldn't it? So I guess this is my lawyerly advice for the guy. They've been married for how long now? He says
doesn't say.
She didn't. They don't. I don't know. But they're youngish. They're young. If they got a 1-year-old, if he's going to divorce her, he's better off doing it now. Don't wait. But here's the problem with getting divorced when you got a 1-year-old. On average, the danger with getting divorced when you have young children is that you lose access to your children.
Yeah,
we're going to have to pick
they're yours.
I mean, obviously get a paternity test, but assuming that it's his, somebody's going to have to be the primary parent.
Mm-hmm.
She strikes me as a lady that probably is not working a full-time job. And so she's probably staying home. That's positioning her as the primary parent just by default.
Mm-hmm.
And if he's probably not going to get a 50-50 schedule because those things are not realistic. He may. I don't know. But
and unless maybe she could be reasonable and they could settle it themselves and she could agree to a 50-50 situation.
Oh, that 100% happens. You want to guess the percentage of time?
0.
Like about 20% of the time. People could work it out on their own, but it's that 80%, man. That's like, fuck. I just don't think he should have overnights with dad because dad vapes. Fuck. We'll put it in the order that there will be no vaping around the child. But he doesn't know how to change diapers. My kids subsist only on breast milk. It's like, then you could pump. and like send with like my wife used to pump. We used to have like a whole freezer dedicated to her pumped milk, like in these little baggies that you would just warm it up. And then
I can't imagine, because I pumped too, and I wrote the times and the dates on all of the bags because
same.
like different times during the day, like provide different nutrients for the kids. So anyway, I cannot imagine handing that over to my ex-husband to feed our child. I would fucking hate that.
See, now that is the exact reason why a lot of mothers, especially when they're getting divorced with children that are still breastfeeding, the number one reason they cite why they don't want overnights with dad is because of the breastfeeding thing. And then the judge has to be like, yeah, I get it, but they'll literally tell the mom, you could pump, send him with a supply, but dad doesn't know this, dad doesn't know that. He probably doesn't, but he's going to have to learn. They'll literally say that to mom, and mom's sitting here devastated because she knows dad better than the judge. And this fucking guy sits there and plays World of Warcraft like for 8 p.m. till 4 in the morning.
Way to call me out, Omar. Jesus.
Oh, wait. Brad, by the way, did you see that Frosthaven is coming out as a PC game?
I did not.
Yeah, you should check it out. You can apply to be part of the beta team. Yeah.
That'd be cool.
I don't know what Frosthaven is, but it
nerdy thing.
Yeah.
Got it.
But Omar, something that just came to my mind, you were saying how the judge is telling him, well, you can learn it.
Yeah.
In today's day and age, how often would you say you hear a judge saying something along the lines of, Google exists, use it?
Often. I mean, you hear it specifically in family court, because family court, you hear a lot of these arguments. You know what? I don't want to force my 3-year-old to go with dad. She doesn't want to ever leave. And then the judge will say, like, look, you're the parent. It's your job to make them go. I don't want to force them. They're 3. They don't want to leave the house they've been staying in and they go with this new weird environment. They will get acclimated. You hear judges oftentimes talk to parents as if they're children, because they have to reinforce, because you hear the most idiotic reasons about why we can't have equal time. And it's heartbreaking. It's like a heartbreaking body of law, because I get why parents would be reluctant to let go of their children. I've felt that sting before. I mean, I had a 50-50 order with my eldest daughter before it turned into like she just lives with me now. Every single time I had to drop her off at her mom's house, I was just like there was just like this dark cloud. Like not that I thought that anything bad was going to happen. It's just like, what is she being exposed to over there? And then I would have conversations with her about things that she was talking about over there that were heartbreaking, that I know that she was like, and there's not to get into it, but there was like a lot of things that would be said about things that would just
environmental concerns.
Well, it's mostly like identity concerns, you know? Like the mom would say stuff like, dad doesn't like you because of this or that. And I'd have to tell my daughters, like, do you really think that, you know, as long as you've been with me and known with me, that I would ever tell you that, something like that I don't like you because of X, Y, and Z? Like, no. I was like, well, see, obviously you can't really do anything about it, because she has to be able to stay over there, and she would go over there and she would get fed whatever garbage she was getting. And I'd have to constantly like rehabilitate until it got to a point where mom was deemed to have like these psychological problems, and she ended up just living with me, and it was easier. But still, she would have to go over there every so often and be exposed to stuff, and there wasn't much I could do about it, because it didn't rise to the level of like medical emergency or like some kind of a danger. It was literally just somebody like spouting off at the mouth like these stupid things that you would never say to a child.
In these 50-50 orders, isn't there a thing that says that you can't disparage the other parent?
How many people do you think follow that order? It's a bullshit order. It's a boilerplate order that's in every order, but nobody follows it. Everybody talks shit about their partner. I legitimately did not. I would never mention her mom when she was in my presence, because I didn't want to have to say something negative. Just, oh, you're going with your mom now. There would never be discussion, but I knew that it was happening on the other end. What do you do when that's the case? You can't do shit about it. What are you going to do?
Well, I just think that if it doesn't get enforced, or it's too hard to enforce, because
I mean, you can enforce it if you got proof, but nobody's putting those kinds of breaches of the order in writing or in text message. And like, where did you get that from? My kid. Okay, well, it's hearsay, and the child's a minor, so You got something else? No. Okay. So that's where that's going. It's not really a tribal issue. It's not one that you're going to prevail on unless you have like a smoking gun type of evidence. Anyway, we're getting off topic with that. But that was a really good question, Brad. This case, I think we're done with this case. Let us move on. Shall we? Hey, Brad, why are you all blurry? Is it just me? Is it my internet connection? Or yeah, you're blurry.
I feel like it's your normal quality. I don't mean that as like a
dig
thing. Yeah.
It's totally a dig.
I am normally terrible.
No. I mean, Omar's camera is very. Oh, hi. That's better. That's better.
Well, that's.
Oh, did you just zoom in?
Yeah.
All right, folks. I'm gonna re-lubricate. Give me a sec.
Back out a little bit.
That is clearer though.
I readjusted the center to get it to, and I can go up to like 150, and then.
Nice. Does my camera look okay?
Yes, your schnitzel looks amazing as always.
All right, so we got to get Schnitzel a new avatar. The smelly peanut thing.
No, I love this one. Someone made it for me, and I'm never getting rid of it.
From afar, you realize it looks like a smelly peanut.
I don't care.
There's like scent smoke coming off of I know it's a schnitzel. I've never had a schnitzel. I know that schnitzel is a pork.
Have you ever had a wiener?
The fuck is that? Isn't it like a hot dog?
Yes, you're on the right path.
I'm assuming that I probably have. Or is that like a penis? Are you tricking me?
It was a funny joke. I mean, it's called a Wiener Schnitzel.
Oh, well, yeah.
No, I'm kidding.
I go to that place all the time. Well, not all
but
the time.
But it's totally a double entendre.
You know what I really miss? The thing that I miss most about the Midwest, other than the snow, is Skyline Chili.
Skyline? I haven't been to Skyline.
That place, I used to love that place when I was like in my 20s.
Well, anyone in their 20s loves Skyline.
You
get older and you're like, oh God. But whenever I make chili, my special ingredients are cinnamon and chocolate because that's how they do it in Cincinnati.
In the chili?
Yep. Look it up.
I can see that work. I can see that working. No, I get
a three-way. Oh my God, we should have a three-way here right now.
Oh.
A three-way of what?
From Skyline.
Oh yeah.
Spaghetti, hot dog, and what else? Chili.
You know what I used to get? I used to get like 4 of them cheese conies.
Oh my God.
And then like the chili cheese fry thing, the big ass with that hot sauce. Oh man, it was so delicious.
Everyone is all about the conies here.
Oh yeah, the cheese conies, and then but that hot sauce, man, it was like, why was it so good? It's so delicious. I can never replicate it.
Because you got Flint style conies, you got Detroit style conies.
Oh.
And they'll all fight each other over which one is the best.
Yep.
Totally. Well, I'm just gonna say that if I ever entered a chili baking contest, I would win. I made some over Super Bowl, and everyone's like, why is this so good? I don't know. I guess because I'm a motherfucking chef. No, I'm not. Anyway, this is a very short case, but I think what is this lady on about? She says, this is my first post. Am I sharing on the screen? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So excuse me if it's everywhere. And it's actually nowhere. For context, I'm 30 years old. Me and my husband have been together for 14 years. Yikes. At 30. Married going on 8. Married at 22. We have a great relationship, but I feel like we're stuck in the same sex routine. Oh, lady, that's the least of your worries. It's the least of your worries. Ladies, how do y'all spice it up? Ever since being on Reddit, I've realized a lot about my sexual life. I want to do more for him, make him feel like the grand prize guys that guys what things. Should I rewrite this in AI? I feel like I should.
It's so short.
Guys want things besides a BJ. I do that already. What would you want your spouse to do is what she's trying to say. What things would you want your spouse to do? All right. Really want to know my husband's 20 tips and tricks. I guess, speaking from a male perspective, 100%. You know what, Brad? You do this one first. Why don't you tackle this one?
I love that it says ladies, how do y'all spice it up? And you're like, I'm going to take this one. Wait, no, Brad, you take this one.
I know.
Am I the lady guy? What?
Well, in my defense, I was trying to answer her question from she was talking to ladies, right? Okay, Schnitzel, I should ask you.
No, send it
She
back to Brad.
recommend.
Oh, thanks. I appreciate it.
I wasn't saying I wanted it.
What do you think Bruce's answer is going to be?
Fill out a questionnaire.
Why don't they just communicate? Why don't they just put it on a spreadsheet?
Well, I was going to say something along that, but
They need
That's
a
always-
therapist.
Oh, see, Bruce is contributing in his sickness.
Mhm.
This is the Bruce answer. Why don't she just ask him? What's she asking Reddit for? It's exactly what Bruce would say.
but here's the thing:
We love Bruce, man.
we don't know how long she's been on Reddit, but she says she's been on Reddit and apparently has discovered a ton of subreddits that has awakened her sexual life. Well, then why don't you bring your husband into it and tell him about these things that you're finding on Reddit, and these things arouse you in such a way that you would like him to be involved in. Like, it's so easy to just talk and just say, hey, this is what turns me on, or you know what really revs my engine, this over here.
Well, I picture these two having kids at some point. And then this attitude that she has about how do I please him? What are the tips and tricks is going to return into, you know what? It just changes. It's going to be different. And then it's going to be like, the focus is going to change. Like right now it's cool. They're like, how old? 30 years old?
And they've been together since they were 16.
That's wild. Yeah. The reason why I was asking, I was going to go first is just because I was just going to try to share from a male's perspective. You don't have to get all like super crazy and like have all of these weird tricks. I think if anything, the quickest way to kill your sex life in a marriage is to specifically, it's not that you're asking this question. It's not that you're asking that question. But sometimes, how could I explain it? If you've been married for a while, sex comes in waves, peaks and valleys.
That's what he said. Sex.
That's what he said.
Comes in waves.
Ropes. It comes in ropes and it comes in waves. Schnitzel. Look,
if he's doing his job, she's coming in waves.
There's going to be periods where things are really high and you don't have to force intimacy. You don't have to force like the tips and the tricks. Like do what you want in the moment, man. Like you don't have to put all this pressure that you got to be like freaking porn star Brianna Banks or something. Like men on average don't like porn stars. Men on average are not looking for all of that. They're like normal is fine. I feel like with most women, normal is fine. They don't want to get like they don't have to do all the positions that you've seen in porn is all I'm saying. Like you do what feels good with you between you and your partner.
You didn't have my ex.
Oh God.
He was obsessed. He was obsessed with like in the middle of the night. If I
have the flip cards, like, okay, we got to do this one.
No, like no, it would often be like in a sense kind of forced upon me.
Neat.
And yeah, and he knew some of my history and he would still want to do fantasies like that and did not give a shit how that made me feel. And in the middle of the night, if I didn't want to just do it, he would go out into the living room and put it on like the big TV. He would queue up like 5 or 6 different videos to different like to get himself, you know, from start to finish. And so he'd find what he wanted for like beginning, middle, end kind of thing. And but he knew like all of the names of all like the porn stars and stuff. So like yeah, that was with that. But I think yes, generally, I think guys are like just happy to have what they have for, you know, like in their partner.
Could I just? I'm sorry, Brad. I don't want to cut you off. Go ahead.
No, I was going to say you're already doing blowjobs. I mean, that's half the battle right there.
Jesus Christ. I mean, yeah. Look,
don't yeah me and then give me shit for it.
oh, I was not. Good on you and your blowjobs, Brad. It's just it's like
your blood.
My
I'm just saying the stories that I hear, man. The stories that I hear. For most couples, when you're asking this kind of question, like, good for you. I feel like that is a peak of their sexual life. They're like in a high of their sexual life. Like they're trying to explore all of the ways that they could do different things, whatever, fine. But it's gonna there's gonna be periods in your marriage, if you're married long enough, where that's not the priority. It might be like 11th on the list, from like taking care of the kid, feeding the kid, getting sleep, getting 8 hours of sleep, putting dinner on the table, keeping the house clean, paying the bills, all of this stuff. If you are fortunate enough to be able to focus on sex long enough to ask about tips and tricks, and good on you. But the reality for most marriages is it ain't like that, man. Like if you guys are intimate like once a week, you're fucking all-stars. If it's like a couple times a month, you're doing fine. It's not great, but it's fine. If it's less than that,
Go watch last episode when we were talking about how much is it actually sexualist marriage.
Oh yeah, the guy had the spreadsheet and he was like counting the ways. Yeah. And then was like, well, you can't just like go about it like that. Hey, could I like put my penis in your vagina? And could you like put your leg on? She's gonna no, fuck off with that. I'm trying to get to sleep. Sometimes you just got to take initiative and just do stuff.
I got availability at 10 o'clock on Wednesday. Are you open?
Some people
Brad,
do that. Some people have to do that.
Yeah. Sometimes, look, if you want what you want from your partner, I'm not saying like do it without their consent, but sometimes you just got to make shit happen. And now these people are not here. It's just I just could foresee a world where what happens when they have a kid and then it's not all about that, and then he gets used to like this sex thing. I don't think that she's going to be self-conscious about like why she can't perform certain things. I feel like he's going to start wondering why things have changed, because I feel like every time I'm intimate, like you're tired and you got a headache or you're exhausted or whatever, I feel like you're always like, you're paying way more attention to the kid than me. I've heard husbands come in to my office and say stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And look,
I mean, even my husband felt like neglected at first. And I was like, well, you need to fucking figure that out on your own, because I'm kind of like busy keeping a human being alive. So like, that's a you problem for right now. And you need to figure out how to get through it. I didn't want to sound unempathetic, but like I was literally doing like everything, and I can't be everything. I was doing everything and being everything I could.
Well, I feel like there are men, and not all men, but there are men out there that pressure their wives for sex. We saw some of that last week on the show. And I'm just kind of like marveling. Her question to us is like, what are the sex trips like? I mean, go watch a porn. I don't know. I don't fucking know. But yeah, talk to your partner about all that. I mean, I don't know. Take some tips from them. They seem to be the experts. I mean, I don't fucking know.
Oh my god.
My god. Just don't make that noise.
Being expert.
Here's my tip: never make that noise in bed, because it'll be like the end.
It would only happen as a joke, and I don't think I've even ever brought that in. No, I'll do the whole like, oh my god, yeah.
Oh, my wife told me about this guy that made like goat noises one time, and she's like, "What the fuck?" And it like stopped everything in his tracks. It's like,
oh my god,
yeah, that's a move. Let's make some goat noises.
Well, like what? Like that? Like that?
Exactly. I mean, I obviously wasn't there.
Oh god.
I want to be just completely silent until the like wait.
But she was just describing
wait, just give me a second.
Oh. The fuck was that?
I was saying
the goat noises.
What if he was completely silent up until the time he like orgasms and then makes that sound, and that's the only sound he made the whole time?
I saw a thing, I think it was on Twitter. It was like this guy, whenever he starts to have sex, he goes goblin mode activated. does his thing, grunts and whatnot, and then when he's done, goes goblin mode off. She's like, "How do I get him to stop?" And it was just the funniest
Just tell him,
thing.
hey, could you knock it off with the World of Warcraft shit? I mean, Jesus. Just tell him that it makes my vagina dry like the Sahara Desert. Every time you mention goblins, could you knock it off with that?
Every time you mention goblins.
What are we doing here? Jesus Christ. Yeah, weird sounds. Gosh. What was the moral of the story? I guess it's like, look, if you're
Talk to your husband.
Yeah, just don't worry about the weird ass tricks, man. Why don't y'all explore together? Figure that out like in the moment. Y'all don't gotta like
And that would be a lot more fun.
yeah.
I mean,
And
like, I think you could do like research and bring like a couple of things yourself, right? Like that could be fun, but that
Go on
shouldn't be
adamandeve.com. Like,
that shouldn't be
geez.
the only place you're getting the like ideas from.
what's that website all about, Brad?
Adult novelties.
AdamandSteve.com.
Not that one.
Adam and Steve. Do you have an account number with Adam and Eve? What are your purchases?
I do not have any association with Adam and Eve.
Ashley Madison.
That is a whole different ball game.
Look, man, I guess my advice to this young lady would be this. Explore your husband. You don't need my advice. You certainly don't need my advice. You don't need to consult outside people. Just ask him what he likes. Figure it out in the moment. And enjoy it while it's here, because there's going to be a time, maybe 2 months from now, maybe a year from now, maybe a couple of years from now, where it ain't going to be like this. And you're going to be asking a different question. What do I do? We haven't had sex in like 2 months, or we only have sex like every other month or whatever. And you're going to be wondering if he's attracted to you, and you're going to be wondering if you're attracted to him, and you're going to be wondering why this and that. Just enjoy it in the moment. Enjoy it. It's here now. Enjoy it. It ain't going to be like this forever. Enjoy the peaks while they are peaks. That's what I would tell this young lady.
Be thankful you're having good sex consistently, because as soon as you add kids to it, that changes real quick.
Oh,
yeah.
tell.
Yeah, that is look, I've got 3. I got a 6 and a 4-year-old. I can tell you on good confidence that women have to deal with a lot. Their body changes forever. Their hormones change. I mean, they fluctuate rapidly. Their health issues, concerns increase exponentially. Their responsibilities, because you ain't changing diapers, Brad. I mean, not Brad.
Excuse me. I changed a lot of diapers. In fact,
I can tell you in my household, my wife has probably changed like 95% of the diapers. Why? Because she's there when it happens. You know, and you could take as much as you take turns. Like I remember, like when the kids were like 1 and 2, we would like alternate like on 2-hour shifts. Who's going to get up and feed the kid? And because she was pumping, I could like feed the kid, you know, and take care of whatever it's going to. And, you know, when they get older, it's not as big of a deal. But still, children who are 4, 5, 6 years old, it is just, I don't know. I had a conversation with my daughter yesterday. And she was telling me, hey, Dad, I just want you to know that real sprunkies are cool. Like, okay, sprunkies. And sprunkies, by the way, if they put a curse on you, then you will turn into a witch. And if you turn into a witch, then you will have to drink diarrhea water. And diarrhea water is like a poop drink. And I just want you to know that I've been cursed. Also, I'm a real ninja. It's like, what in the fuck are you on about, kid? Jesus Christ. Could you just take a breath? And she could be this stream of random consciousness at you. And like you are like, I get home from work and I'm like, I'm dealing with that for an hour. Like she's home dealing with that for hours on hours and hours. I don't understand.
Mommy, mom,
yeah.
mom.
Yes.
Yes, honey. Yes, darling. What?
My daughters be like, hey mom, can I tell you something? Mom, Dad, I got to tell you something. Dad, could I tell you something? Dad, I want to tell you. No, you can't tell me anything. Oh, but Dad, I want to tell you something. Oh, what do you got to say? Did you know that sprunkies are sometimes blue? Did you know that sometimes the sky has clouds and then it rains? It's so much. It is so exhausting. And it's not even that they're doing anything wrong. It's just that it is constant. It is like every 10 seconds, there's some kind of alert from your children.
And if you're every ounce of patience to be here and be present for them and not make them feel bad about those things, and to act interested in what they're saying and think how cool it is that they're even thinking about the way things work and whatnot, but it's like exhausting.
Mary Cruz, my daughters asked for a skibbity toilet for Christmas. I didn't know what the fuck it was. I still don't know what it is. It's a head that comes out of a toilet. I don't get it. I still don't get it. They wanted it. I got them a skibbity toilet. By the way, if your wife is at home with the kids all day,
Ew.
and you're coming home from work and you're demanding a blowjob, fuck off, dude. I mean, come on, man. Come on, man. Like at some point, you got to have a little awareness, not self-awareness. You have to have awareness of the castle. You do all the things that you should do. Don't ever let your wife see you sitting on your ass while she's out and about. If she's out and about doing like housework or stuff, go outside and like do something. Like go mow the lawn. Go like take out the trash. Go clean up the garage. You can't ever just like be doing nothing when she's doing all of this stuff. That's how fights get started. That's how resentments begin. That's how they grow. It's just, fuck, man. Sometimes it's not about sex. Sometimes it's about survival. And if you happen to have sex in that context, then good for you, man. If you're doing it once a week, y'all are fucking all-stars. It ain't going to be like that forever, but it's going to be like that for right now. And just look, y'all sign up for this. Y'all took vows for better and worse. Right now, it's for worse. It's not for worse because of anything other than you guys are trying to keep this little shit alive together. It has to be together. It has to be together. You got your duty. She has hers. If you're demanding like she does all of these sexual acrobats, then you're a fucking asshole. How about that?
Agreed.
If she opens up her legs for you to have your 3 minutes of wienering, then you know what?
The wienering.
The 3 minutes of hardcore wienering. If that's all you get, that's all you get, buddy. You better finish fast. You better get it in.
And that's when she pulls out the knives and stabs you because all you're worrying about is the 3 minutes.
Look, man, sometimes you could do the rose petal things and go out and have the fancy dinner and then come out and like have the whole like the sexual acrobatic night. Sometimes it'll be like that, but a lot of times it ain't going to be like that when you have kids. Just a public service announcement from the Tilted Lawyer. In other words, don't be a dick. If you're a guy, don't be a dick. Do not demand sexual acrobatics from a woman that is keeping your kid alive. Be thankful that she hasn't drowned them.
I mean, that is funny, but also not funny because it happens.
Yes. I know what happens. I know it's not funny, but it's kind of funny. Be happy that she's doing a good job as a mom. Be happy that you got somebody willing to keep alive and care for and nurture your spawn, the spawn of your balls. And if you should happen to catch a wayward blowjob in between, God damn it, you're doing better than most. And if you happen to get a 3-minute wienering in between, then good for you. Just don't be making demands like that. You got to be aware of the situation. You got to have some empathy for your partner and recognize that your needs are like 10th on the list of all the other things that need to get done. That's what being a man is all about. That's not toxic masculinity. That's just the reality of your partnership with your wife that you have. She's doing stuff for you that you don't even know about. Mm-hmm. She's making sacrifices that you have no idea, man. Like you get to go home, you spend a couple hours with the kids, and you're like exhausted. Like she's been doing that for like 10, 12 hours. I can suck it up and carry on and henceforth conquer. How about that?
I like
anyway.
That.
You can probably take down Skibbity Toilet.
Oh. All right. I think we've covered that one. Is that good, or am I missing anything?
No, we got to talk about it for another half hour.
I don't have another half hour.
Vanilla wafer?
Mm-hmm. Vanilla wafer?
It is? Nice. I feel like I haven't seen a Nilla wafer since like 2011.
Since I was like 12. My mom used to love that shit, the Nilla wafers.
When you're on a bland diet, there's a very small list of things that you can eat from.
Okay, I did momentarily forget about that. Of
sweet things, this and shortbread cookies are on the list. So,
can you have ice cream?
Nope.
That is nonsense.
No ice cream, no coffee, no tea, no happiness, no caffeine.
No happiness?
No spices, no barbecue sauce.
Can you have an egg?
Yes, you can have eggs.
Fuck yeah, you can. Scramble them bitches.
Tofu?
Poach them eggs.
Maybe tofu.
Can you have salt?
Yeah, I can have a little salt. They want to make sure that I don't have a lot of acid.
Mm-hmm.
I just got my full-on blood work, my full-on physical, and I'm perfectly healthy. Perfectly healthy. I've been eating whatever I want. The only thing I cut out is sugar.
So what's your excuse then?
I don't fucking know. I'm just I have no excuse. I'm just a piece of shit,
You're supposed
middle-aged
to
guy.
be training for this triathlon going on.
Oh, I'm ready for Lauren. Lauren don't know what she's signed up for. She's gonna, man. You saw what happened. You saw what happened with Dominic when he tried me. Now Lauren's trying me. She's gonna find out. Maybe my mom is
This isn't
full.
like brute strength. This is like she was like a professional swimmer.
I cannot use my one strength against her, which would be brute strength. I have to know how to swim somehow. Yeah, we'll see what happens, man. I'll be ready.
So I hear this is happening in your mom's pool.
My mom hasn't co-signed on that.
Oh, okay.
It was it's kind of small. I don't think it should happen in my mom's pool. But we'll see. Maybe we'll do it in we'll figure something out. It's a couple of months away. I'll be ready. I'm ready for her. I'm ready for her.
So Grok says plain vanilla, low-fat ice cream or frozen yogurt. No egg.
Gronk, the tight end.
No, Grok.
Oh, Musk.
I think Gronk might have better advice than Grok.
I highly doubt it. That guy's mentally ill.
It's a low blow.
No fruit-based frozen yogurts or sherbets or anything like that.
All right, let's get into this case before we get too far into Grok. So this guy's looking for advice from my father, who's trying to start the divorce process in Texas. My dad is 48. Mom is 48. Been married for 28 years. Schnitzel, what was that ooh for?
I was like, that's a long time to be married at 48.
I mean, isn't that the goal, though? Like, you get married, you're supposed to stay?
Well, but they obviously had issues.
Well, we're going to learn about them right now.
I'm not about this staying that long, but like they're only 48 and they've been together 28 years.
Well, that is true. That is a long time. I would not want to be married for 24 years.
And that's not even dating beforehand.
Yeah, fuck all of that, dude. It's just
they were 20. They were 20 when they got married.
What's funny is like 90% of my divorce clients are people that married in their early 20s and are now getting divorced in their late 30s, early 40s, late 40s. The sadder cases is when they want to get divorced in their 70s. Like, you want to get divorced and do what?
Hey, I can see it. I can see like, I know some, and I'm not trying to make it like feminist or anything, but I know a couple of women who are in their early 70s or like late 60s, early 70s, who want certain things out of life, want to have a healthy lifestyle, want to do certain activities, and they're married to men who just want to like sit around and do nothing.
Sure, that is 100% legitimate.
And I'm like, if like you are still alive, you still have life to live. It doesn't matter how long you've been married to this person. If they're holding you back from what you want in life and you're still here and you can still do it.
Yeah.
But the thing
I'm not
is,
even going to disagree.
If I'm 65 and my wife wants to do something and I don't want to do it, and I say, go do it. Like, because here's the thing. You can either have the guy there, and as long as he agrees, then you go do the thing, you come back, he's still going to be there, versus divorcing him, and then now you got no one to go back to.
It's also like lifestyle stuff. Like someone wanting to eat healthy and do a certain diet, and their partner is bringing all of this junk food into the house, hiding candy under the bed, stuff like that, and just being with someone now you have to take care of in some ways. Because they're not taking care of themselves. They can barely walk. Then they have hip issues. They have back issues, all this stuff. So you're being their caretaker because they're choosing not to take care of themselves. That kind of thing too.
Ronald Beach, by the way, thank you for the 5. I read your thing, by the way. I'm going to email you, not today, but tomorrow with a full-on thing. But you want in on the swimming race. I want in on this swim. No, it's just me and Lauren. We're going to race together. And if I lose to Lauren, I will declare her the better man.
You got to live stream it.
Oh, that's the plan. We're gonna live stream it and donate to charity or something.
That's awesome.
I'm supposed to get in. I have to get in real good shape. That was my directive. I refuse to lose to Lauren. I'm not losing. I'm a competitive motherfucker. Also, I know I can't use brute strength, but I feel like it's just me against the water. If it's me against the water, then Lauren is going to be a byproduct of my success, and she's just going to have to congratulate me as I dust her in her choice of sports. But if she beats me after all of that, then I have to shake her hand and declare her, the better person, I would say.
Well,
and I'll be proud of her.
That's what's going to happen. So
it might. You know what? It might. I'm not much of a swimmer. I know how to swim to survive, but I don't know how to swim for speed. But the rule is we have to arm wrestle afterwards. So we're swimming and then we're arm wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that was the deal. It's like the Olympics. It's a 3-event thing. So there's a swimming race. We're gonna arm wrestle. I'm not gonna wrestle Lauren. So we have to find a different sport.
Is it the best like 2 out of 3 kind of thing?
2 out of 3. I guess so.
Basically.
I guess so.
You should do like a survivor challenge where you have to like hold this like bucket of water up with one hand.
Oh, well, that's not fair to Lauren.
And see who like what. She not have a hand.
So you want to do something like the military? Hold a canteen out with your arm fully extended.
Oh yeah, we'll do that one
for 5 or 10 minutes, and
if
you find out how.
Oh, I would be so emasculated losing that one to Lauren. The water canteen out to your
It is deceptively hard.
I feel like it needs to be weighted properly for your muscle mass.
No, it doesn't matter, because the thing is
well, I know it doesn't in the military, but
when you do it, the idea is that you're targeting muscles that don't get used all that often. So your arm will start like shaking because
probably within like the first 20 to 30 seconds.
Yeah, like you can hold it for the first 30 seconds, but then after the first 2-3 minutes, you're like, oh geez. And another one that's really bad is sitting on a wall. Oh,
you get that acid build up in your thighs. Yeah, it's not good. I've done that one before. We should do that in wrestling for no reason.
I've sat on lots of things, and the wall was the hardest one. I couldn't resist.
The Crow says, Lauren is an excellent swimmer. Yeah, no, she's like college athlete and all. I am not a college athlete swimmer. So look, I fully expect to get smoked in the pool. But I'm just letting Lauren know, if I happen to beat her in the pool, she's never going to hear the end of it. So she'd be well pressed. She should be in the pool. She should be making sure, look, do not take it for granted that she once swam in college, because I'm going for it. I fully expect to lose, but if I win, there will never be the end of it. I'm telling you right now, I will not let her forget about it ever, 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 ever. Just let it be known.
Ever.
Hey, do you remember that time I beat you?
I will make it my new StreamYard avatar when I go on her show. And then I will be pictured just beating her in the pool. Just, hey, remember when you lost?
You just add it to the end of Flad. You've got your Indian woman doing her thing, and then at the very end you've got you beating Lauren. It's like, it never gonna happen. It never gets old seeing me beat Lauren. Oh, hi Lauren. I'm sorry, I didn't know you were in the stream.
I will be a sore winner, man. I will talk so much shit. She better not let me win. She better not lose to me, is all I'm saying. I'm
that way
fully
Dominic doesn't
lose.
work for you anymore.
I know Dominic just kind of like left in shame. It's like, I told Dominic, man, this old man strength, that ain't no joke. Don't fucking try me. All right. Oh, I was so injured after that show. The hot nuts challenge. Oh, yeah. Jesus Christ. It was so bad. I was incapacitated for a couple of days thereafter. Both me and Dominic, we were thinking
toilet.
I know, no, but my stomach was like burning. I felt like there was hot lava, and there's like, what in the fuck?
Terrible. Did you take any Pepto?
I didn't take shit. I remember falling asleep in the bathroom and it wasn't even because I thought I was going to throw up. I fell asleep in the bathroom on the bathroom floor because I was both hungover.
That was from the nuts?
Yeah. It was from the death nuts. It was so like, it felt like it was burning a hole in my stomach. And Dominic was like the same things. I don't know. I woke up in the middle of the night. I was all fucked up. It's like, man, it was like, it took a minute, and it was bad.
My
It was
dad
not good.
passed out by the toilet one time. It was before I was born, and there was this local place that had like this German potato salad that he like was obsessed with. And so it was in the fridge, and he came home drunk, and he was like apparently eating it with his fingers by the side of the toilet.
Eating
And
what with his fingers?
this potato salad, like
Oh, I thought you were. Oh, Jesus.
No, the potato salad. He was like too drunk to get a fork, and so he was just like shoving his hand in it and then passed out. And my grandma lived with them at the time, and then she called my mom at work, like all concerned because she thought something was like really wrong with him. And my mom had to my mom's job. It's like it's a big deal to like leave the job to go home for like and to leave for anything. Like you could get fired. So anyway, she comes home and she just realized my dad's just like drunk as a skunk, like passed out in the bathroom. She was so mad. That's one that I've heard about it a lot in my life.
Bruce says never eat the dive bar potato salad. I can attest to that. It's a bad idea. Dive bar food. It should be if you're going to a dive bar, just fucking drink, man.
Or have fries. That's the only thing you can eat with confidence.
Yeah, but even that, they're gonna be like all soggy and frozen and stuff. And
they don't clean their fryers like they should.
Oh, I bet.
Redondo Beach says not in Lawrence League at all. Used to be a distance swimmer. You used to be a distance swimmer? Oh, that's why she wants in on this. Redondo could probably whip my ass at swimming too. Look, I cannot emphasize enough. I'm expecting to lose. But I'm going into it like Rocky from Rocky 1. I just want to go to the distance, man. I just want to go to the distance. And I'm going to be training and the Rocky theme and everything. And we're just going to see what happens. All I know is she's going to arm wrestle me after that. And I feel pretty good about that one. We have to find a third event for the tiebreaker, though. We've been debating karaoke. There's been other suggestions like a dance-off, like a twerk-off or something. I've heard that suggestion. But I don't know. Maybe the karaoke one is the way to go. We'll see. We will see. We should get into this case.
Fun with everyone.
Yeah, I've been wanting to do a karaoke stream. I was going to do that after 20,000 subscribers, and I just forgot to mention it.
Gotta do it.
So, escape room. That's a good one, Bruce. Maybe we'll do an escape. I don't know. We'll fucking see. She's going to be in LA in a couple of months. I just know we'll figure it out then. But it's going to be live streamed.
You got to do like those old timey costumes and stuff.
Oh, like a
problem
zoot
with escape rooms. You'd have to do the same escape room and see who got the better time.
I don't know, man. We'll figure out something.
Or like a water gun fight, like at a carnival.
Laser tag, fucking paintball. You know what? Paintball.
Ow.
Paintball would be a little rough.
Ouch.
No, because she could shoot me too. I don't have like. It's not like wrestling. It's not like a direct combat sport. Who's munching on something right now?
It's those vanilla wafers.
Vanilla wafers. Sorry.
He's all silent and munching on wafers.
It's vanilla wafer eating.
The laser tag is good. I haven't been laser tagging so long. Man,
oh, my girls are about the age where I used to go laser tag all the time with my eldest daughter Raven, and then she got too old for it. But now I have my 6-year-old. It's about at that age where it's time. I'm going to introduce her to laser tag, and she's going to love it, man. And you know what? We'll see. Anyway, I should get into this case.
Wait. I used to go to a place called Scallywag Tag.
Scallywag Tag? That sounds...
Laser tag.
Was it like a legit place, like where it's like enclosed with like all these props and stuff? And
oh yeah. And they like take you through like the whole thing every time you go in. Like you have to sit through like the speech of like.
Oh yeah.
Doing everything.
The safety speech and whatever. And I was like, "Fuck off, dude! I'm just laser tag. I'm not going to step on a kid. I promise." How about just the rule is don't be a dick? I feel like everybody should just know what that means.
That would be a good idea.
Well, strangely enough, they don't. Everybody's got their own definitions of what that means. Anyway, so this case, he's looking for. Oh, we actually did start reading this, didn't we?
No, we didn't.
You're 40 years old. married for 28, and then we got sidetracked off of that fact. So 8 years ago, my mom had a 2-year affair with a coworker. Things came out after the man she was seeing started to stalk her. Oh, y'all be careful about them side pieces you got. You just never fucking know when you run into a stalker. She had to get a restraining order against him. That's when it all came out. After my dad had learned this, they go to counseling. They decide to stay together. Through the 8 years, they bought 2 houses. How does a marriage survive infidelity like that? And they just decide to stay together. I feel like the other partner would have like this perennial hall pass over their other partner. It's really difficult to make that dynamic work. I've never seen it done successfully.
It's just, there's a serious act of forgiveness is what's really needed, and some people can't do it. Like there's stories out there of people who someone murdered a family member, and then they go and they say, "I forgive you for what you've done, but I can never have that family member back."
Yeah, forgiveness doesn't equal successful marriage, though.
Yeah,
that's very specific to. It's not the key to a successful marriage post infidelity.
Like for me, some people are like, okay, once that line is crossed, I'm done. And for me, I'm someone who wants to understand things. So I would want to understand why it happened. And if we went to therapy and talked through all that, and I guess that like itch was like scratched to feel like we got to the bottom of why it happened. And I'm sure they felt like it wasn't going to happen again. Right? Like through all of that work they did, I'm sure they got to a place where it's like, okay, we figured it out. And like, now that we figured it out, it's not going to happen again kind of thing. I could see like, I could see taking someone back in that scenario.
Yeah. And that's usually the scenario in which it happens. And then it's the aggrieved partner or the partner with the offending partner that then lives in a hell of his own, because then he's like wondering, like, well, what is she going to do in a retaliation? That like's always in the foreground, and that leads to insecurities, that leads to jealousies, that leads to a lot of bad things that crumble marriages separate from the infidelity.
To be successful, you'd have to have a completely open like dialogue about any and all of those feelings.
And most men are not capable of doing that. Mm-hmm. And I'm speaking as a man. Most men are not equipped to think that through that way without their, men want to talk about how logical they are and how they could disassociate from emotions until an infidelity occurs. And then it's like fucking World War III, like fuck all of that. The only thing that matters is, and then they see red, and there's no more logic in that. It's complete emotions.
That's the thing is it in their mind, it defies logic, and their brain is continually trying to finding the logic within it, and they can't find it.
Yeah. Well, it becomes a hell that they've created all by themselves, and they got to live with it, and it's really difficult. It adds a variable to the marriage that is really difficult to overcome. Mm-hmm. And so, anyway, 3 through the 8 years, they bought 2 houses, many other assets together, and my dad started his own business. And has done very well, having 5 employees, all 3 of his adult children working for him. My mom has helped him with the company, doing things like payroll, insurance, etc. I have been in the process of taking over my mom's role in the company after her complaints of how much she hated it and just wants to work her part-time and not worry about my dad's business. She became bitter after seeing the business be successful.
And she's only 48. It's not like she's,
I know,
65 or older.
But she's donated 28 years to this marriage, and when it finally comes to divorce, you'd be like, well, she lost the opportunity to start a career, grow her career, and she may have skills from working at this family employer, but does she have a college degree? Probably not.
Yeah, no, I totally get it. I totally get like sometimes one partner has to give up their professional career to support the family in that way. And there can be a lot of resentment built up over lots of years. Totally get that.
Well, she says, my dad wants to go file and figure it out between the 2 of them. I'm just worried because the amount of assets they've accumulated and seeming like she is willing to be civil and they split it up together. That's really fucking hard to do. She is a narcissist. Oh, I have no evidence of that. So I can't predict her next move. Should we just proceed with getting a divorce lawyer? You should talk to a divorce lawyer, and he should understand what division of assets means, because guess what? She's an employee. That is a community business. Texas is a community. This is Texas, right? It's a community property state.
Yep.
2 houses. Everything is going to get divided equally. All of the assets they've accumulated over 28 years. If your dad wants to, look, 24-year marriage, that usually subjects him to lifetime alimony. He's going to be paying.
28-year marriage.
Yeah. Over 20 years in California, and there's no expiration date to it. It's until she remarries or she dies. So he's going to be paying her support for that. I don't think they have any minor children, but they're going to have to divide the houses, and they might be living in one of them. And maybe she wants to stay living in that house. She's going to have to buy him out. If she can't do that because she can't take out an equity loan of her own, then they're just going to have to sell it. Sell it, split the proceeds. What about the business? That is a community business. We're going to have to divide up the business. It's really fucking expensive to get divorced after 28 years. So you should have him talk to a lawyer, because that whole phrase, it's cheaper to keep her, becomes a lot more relevant after 10 years. Under 10 years, do it.
Do you remember that whole thing with like Brad Pitt and Jennifer Aniston? Like he filed for divorce just before their 10-year anniversary.
Yep. Yes. And all that means is, rather than lifetime alimony, she's going to get 5 years of alimony. Basically what that meant. But yeah, after 20, you're 48, man. What, you're going to get remarried to somebody? She's going to take half your shit. Half of your assets is gone.
Yeah.
And so it's going to be rough. And so what do? Maybe he's going to be forgiving of the infidelity. Maybe he just decides to take up his own affairs. If she's going to do it, then I could do it. I didn't know about it. She don't have to know about it. Maybe it's something like that. These two are a walking disaster, because they're at this middle ground. It's like, it's not so easy to just start over at 48. And it's real scary to have to start completely over at 48, minus half of your stuff. And even if you did want to be single, just completely unscathed or whatever, you're 48 fucking years old. It's not like you were 24. Your options are limited. The dating landscape has changed. Things are different now. You're going to have growing health concerns as you continue to age. It's really healthy for people who are elderly to have a partner with them by their side to walk through all of those things. Those are all the things that you're forfeiting. The odds of him finding some other lady willing to do all of these things, be with him for 24 years, is not very high. And in spite of the infidelity that occurred, look, you know somebody for 24 years, you know them forever. It's really hard to let go of somebody completely, having known them for that long. And so maybe the best course is to forget and forgive. It's a lot easier to do that when you're 48 than it is when you're 38.
It sounds like they've already had kids grown up and out of schools. So,
yep. And so he just might be a victim of circumstance. Yeah, my wife cheated on me like 2 years ago. Oh, well, fucking 8 years ago. 8 years ago.
Oh, 6 years ago.
8 years ago, my mom had it. Well, I guess that's true. Within the 6 years ago, yeah. It's in the past, man. What the fuck are you going to do? She's been loyal since then. She had you guys been together for 28 years. That's a long life. That's half her life. She's been married to you, and she's known you over half her life. And shit happens. I'm willing to venture a guess, on average, if she's done it, he's probably done it too. Just nobody knows about it. And so the reality of the situation is, look, they are where they're at in age. Divorce is costly and expensive. And the prospects going forward, unless he's got endless amounts of discretionary income, is bleak. So choose wisely, marry to divorce. There's not a chance in hell that this guy has been married to her for 24 years and is 24 years from now not going to have love for her in his heart. So she's a life partner. You guys grew up together. You guys grew together. You guys made mistakes together. You guys triumphed and failed together. There's value in that. Maybe a life partner should be cognizant that your partner is not perfect and that maybe they made mistakes. Am I saying to forgive because of circumstance? I mean, I'm not really saying that, although it could be interpreted that way. I'm just saying that, look, you just got to take a step back and look at this from 20,000 feet and look at it objectively. It was 6 years ago. You guys have a beautiful life together. You have a successful business. There's not anybody you're going to replace her with that's going to take the place of the history that you guys have built together. So maybe, even though it hurts, maybe even though it's not ideal, maybe the best course is to try to see it through and just see what happens. Because where are you going?
Rob makes a point. And he says, I can forgive, but I will never forget.
Well,
One of the things about forgiveness is that you cannot use that to harm the other person. Because if you do, then you haven't truly forgiven them.
Right.
And that's the hardest part, because you will never forget what they did. But if you continue to use that on the other person, then you haven't forgiven them. And it's rough.
Well, we sit on this on this rock of Earth, and we traverse through the universe at like 500,000 miles an hour or something like that, constantly spinning and turning around a galaxy that, the Andromeda galaxy, whatever the fuck, around the sun. Life is short, man. And at 48, you're supposed to have evolved and grown some wisdom in your years. And so, look, it's not like you're 24 learning about this for the first time. Take some of that wisdom and apply it to yourself. And I don't know. Maybe it ain't that serious. Just maybe it's not as bad as you think. Maybe you guys can survive it all. And I'll tell you what, you'd be a lot better off if you did survive it all, as opposed to you trying to start over at 48 years old, losing half of your shit. So maybe just give it a shot and see what happens. Talk to the attorney. If they were my office, I would tell them exactly this. Where are you going to go at 48? What do you want to do? Yeah, I got to pay her how much? Yeah, you're going to have to pay her like $2,500 a month in alimony. Until she's dead? Yeah. Because she know good and well she ain't getting married. You got to assume she's not getting married. And I got to give her like half the house, half my business. Yeah, half of everything. That was the deal. Did y'all have a prenup? No. Well, then that's how it is. And then we would go through the entire conversation that I've just went through with all of you. So tread carefully is what I would say. Do y'all have any closing thoughts to this guy that's got to make a big decision?
I feel like I just missed, so they dealt with it and he forgave her. How long ago was that he found out and he forgave her?
What galaxy are we in? Andromeda? What is our galaxy called?
Milky Way.
The fucking Milky Way.
Dude.
So I would say, because
Andromeda is the closest galaxy to us. We're colliding with Andromeda as we speak.
Yeah.
I'm aware. I know it's the Milky Way. It's just Friday and it's late and I'm lubricated and I'm tired and I'm exhausted. It's been a long week.
Marcy says, remember, this is from the son's perspective, so it's not the person or one of his parents. But
that's true.
I would say talk to the lawyer, because the hour-long free session with the lawyer may convince him that it would be a better opportunity to stay together than try and divorce.
Well, I would have this exact same conversation with him.
But
He's
then
sitting right in front of me.
Wife, that he had an hour-long consultation, or is he going to keep that from her?
Attorney-client privilege. He doesn't have to tell her. She doesn't have to know.
I know she
I'm
doesn't
not
have to, but in this marriage, if they're trying to have open honesty,
that's a different discussion. I feel like
out.
I feel like there are some areas of life that you should be allowed to keep secret, and talking to your attorney is one of them. Now, if his moral compass is such that he needs to be unabashedly honest about every little thing, then yeah, tell her. I talked to and the conversation might go something like this. I talked to a divorce attorney. I got to admit that I'm not over your thing from 6 years ago. I don't want to do it. I think we should work on our relationship and see how we can build better. And let's plan out the next 20 years of our lives. How are we going to make this work for us? Maybe that is the move. And that sounds like, as it comes out of my mouth, that sounds like
a really good way of framing it, because
I'm just like, when my clients tell me stuff, like my big selling point is you don't have to tell anybody anything. It's all secret. Attorney-client privilege. I ain't saying shit. But yeah, you're right. Maybe the thing to do is, I just had to talk with a divorce attorney because I was having a moment. And I think you should know. But I also want to, all the things that I just said.
Unless your client decides to do media interviews and then opens up attorney-client privilege.
Well, I mean, that's on them. I can't, if they waive their privilege, I can't help them,
And Karen Reed literally just filed, the Commonwealth filed for attorney-client privilege communications because she didn't.
I saw what she did. Yeah. And that's interesting. That's another podcast for another day. I'm going to have to spend like an hour on that one. Anyway, that's what I have to say to these lovebirds. Y'all have any closing thoughts for them before I go to our last case? All right.
No.
So, let us be done with that and finish with this one. All right. I've been married to my husband for nearly 17 years. Is it on my screen?
Yep.
Okay. I knew that prior to our relationship, he struggled with money issues, and it is a huge trigger for him. So what did I manage to do? Take over the bills a couple of years ago and completely fucked it up. Credit card debt, juggling zero interest cars, all that jazz. My credit has been on a slow and steady decline. I've been trying to keep things out of his name so his credit is okay. I have so much guilt and shame. I was so stupid to let it happen. I use shopping, expensive hobbies, poor financial habits as a way to cover up my anxiety and depression. I lost my mom. We've had a lot of medical debt, travel for my mom, medical reasons. None of these things are excuses for lying to him, though. I'm so overwhelmed and guilty, he has no idea. So on Friday, we're going to sit down to review finances while our kids are at school, and I'm going to come clean. I have no idea how he's going to react. Might be bad, but even best case scenario, he is never going to trust me again, and I don't deserve his trust. He didn't deserve any of this. I've totally betrayed his trust, and it keeps me up at night. Part of me is ready to come clean, to be honest. The other cowardly part of me wants to keep up the charade. I'm finally going to be brave and be honest. I feel sick. What do y'all think of that? I got some comments for her. I got a way to fix it completely.
I've been watching a whole lot of Financial Audit with Megan Fox on her member-only streams. So I know the precise reason that this happens. Your spending is the cause of your financial issues. Everyone justifies their own spending through whatever means or mental gymnastics they want. Your own spending is what gets you into financial difficulties. And by not being open about that, because you say you betrayed your trust, and yes, there is a level of trust there, but failing and making mistakes is not a full betrayal of trust. The betrayal of trust comes from trying to fix it without telling the person. If you were to come early and say, "Hey, I'm struggling with this, and now let's work on a way to fix it," then that's one thing. But if you keep trying to fix it without actually putting in the effort of not spending and getting yourself out of debt, then you're only going to continue to dig yourself into the hole, and then you have no idea what the hell you're going to be doing, and you end up on Caleb Hammer's channel.
Caleb Hammer's channel. What do you think about this scenario, Schnitz?
I think it sucks for her and for him.
Well, there's a way to fix it, though. I feel like there's a way to fix it.
Well, tell her. Do tell.
She should, if she feels that guilty, right now, she should sign a post-nuptial agreement to take on that entire debt that she's ran up as her sole separate property. Just sign it. You broke it, you fix it. So that way, when they do get divorced, he's not on the hook for half of that money. But he'll catch her in a moment of clarity when she's admitting to things, and we don't have to prove a breach of fiduciary duty in divorce court. Well, that's the lawyer part of me talking, but the more practical issues, the breach of trust in the marriage, right?
Mm-hmm.
So what if your husband just ran up like $50,000 or $100,000 of credit card debt and just, you're like, what in the fuck? And you thought that everything was cool. Like, would you feel betrayed? Would you feel lied to? How would it make you feel?
I'd feel both of those things. I will say, someone I know recently
Mahomes like a
their
good one, Omar. It's like, yeah, she's going to do that.
someone I know recently told their spouse that they're married, that they have $20,000 in debt on a credit
Mm.
on like credit cards.
Oof.
And the husband was like, "What?
You did what?
Mm.
I thought everything was fine. Why didn't you tell me?" And the other person was like, I mean, didn't really even say anything, didn't really address it. And they're just like, well, now you know, kind of thing.
Oof.
So they're older. They're like in their 60s, 70s. So this makes me think of that.
Yeah.
Where it was more, I mean, they're older, but it was more just like, I had no idea, but like nothing more came of that conversation.
I had a client that was in her 70s, and her 70-something-year-old husband was sending tens of thousands of dollars to Japan.
Oh no.
For what?
His
Women.
girlfriend.
Yeah.
Oh no.
It was one of these AI girlfriends that was like,
geez.
bringing him along.
Oh.
And it was like, I don't know what the fuck to do. I can't get divorced. He's like a pervert. He keeps on hitting on all our daughter's friends. Well, fuck. And she's in her 70s. She's like, what do I do? Like, I want to get divorced. It's the hardest thing to talk to a 70-year-old about getting divorced because, Jesus, man. I mean, I regret that you had to wait until your 70s to learn all of these things. But I also suspect that that guy's not mentally well. Like, there's other things going on. Anyway, about the finances thing. If you drive up credit card debt like that, just the nerdy lawyer part of me says that is a breach of fiduciary duty. You owe your partner, your spouse, a duty as their fiduciary to hold them in the utmost safety and take care of their finances, not drive them into debt. And if you're doing that, you may be on the hook for the entire bill at the end of a divorce. But just more practically, don't do that shit, man. I mean, you got to be responsible. The quickest way to tank a marriage is to be irresponsible with money. And then, like, the other quickest way to tank a marriage is to be like too like nitpicky about money. There's like these two extremes. Like, you could either like sell off the entire thing, run up like hundreds of thousands of dollars of debt, or like you could have a guy that's like completely like neurotic about every single stupid little expense to the point where you feel like you're in a prison. There's got to be a steady medium. I've always recommended that married folks should keep separate bank accounts and be responsible for their own expenses. It's hard to do that when like one of them is like a stay-at-home mom or something, or stay-at-home dad. But y'all just got to figure it out, because it's not healthy to live in a marriage where every single transaction is scrutinized to the point where you feel like, you're like in a jail, so to speak.
That sounds terrible.
I don't know. I think combined finances is the best way to provide that sunlight in making sure that nothing happens on that.
But Bruce, check this out. Like, what if like you went to Subway and spent like $11.99 on a 6 foot sub, 1 foot sub, 6 inch, whatever were we talking about?
A 6 inch, 6 foot.
At a party.
And then your wife was like, Brad, $11.99 at Subway, what the fuck? It's like every single time.
Well,
that would be a bit much, wouldn't it?
What does our eating out budget look like? Am I actually doing something that's harming the relationship? Because
by getting a sub,
if we budget $400 for eating out and I'm consistently breaching that budget, then, what the heck is my problem? Because I'm harming the household by not sticking to the budget we initially agreed to.
Yeah.
So, but I could see if one person in the household was one of these fire movement people and the other person wasn't, financial independence, retire early, these people that put like 50% of their earnings into retirement accounts super early so that they can just retire at like 40 and not have to work ever again.
Mm-hmm.
Like that can be considered extreme. But if it's like, hey, we got to make sure that we're budgeting for these expenses, and the other one's like, no, fuck that. I'm buying what I want to. Amazon's my I got to get my swipes on. Then yeah, that's a problem.
Well, I mean, ideally, you would set a budget you could just a fuck around money. Like you get $1,000, no questions asked. I get $1,000, no questions asked, and you do whatever you want, and I don't get to talk shit about it. You could buy a fucking, I don't know. Well, bags are
split. Subway.
I know. How much is purses nowadays? I know that there's like $5,000 purses. They're like completely idiotic.
I get vegan purses.
My wife just got a purse at Coach for Valentine's Day, and
we know you
$200.
You gave her the card, and you're like, "Hey, go pick out whatever you want. I'm gonna watch the kid."
Mm-hmm. I once bought $1,000.
I remember you saying that, Brad.
Mm-hmm. But I mean, it was still reasonable for what can be considered a high-end brand, not Louis Vuitton pricing, but
I bought my wife a $25 bag from Walmart once. Mm-hmm. I thought, why is this so expensive? What does it even do?
Why is it so
Just put shit in there. I don't buy her bags. I don't know what the fuck is a good bag or not. What was it for?
Oh, not
it's a fashion accessory. I mean, it wasn't Walmart. It's probably Target or something. I don't know. She said she needed a bag, so I bought her one. It's like, oh, thanks.
Is that what she said?
She wasn't impressed.
Well, here's the thing about communication. So today, I picked up my son from daycare, and I went to get immediate need groceries for the weekend and whatnot. She says, "Get me gum." So then she likes chewing gum. So I go and I pick up a thing of gum, and then when I get home, I'm like, "Oh crud, she may not like this particular thing of gum." And she goes, "No, it's okay. I didn't tell you what kind of gum I wanted. I just said buy gum." So if you have a specific requirement for what you would want to get, then you have to tell the person. Otherwise, I'm not going to be able to read your mind and say, well, she didn't want the Orbit gum.
She's your wife. You should know what kind of gum she chews.
Totally.
Well, if it's
you should also know her particular brand of menstrual products. It's very important.
Well, that one I do know. However, the gum changes because it goes from.
And you know what, man? When you're at the checkout aisle, you just got to man up. Yeah, fuck yeah, I'm buying some tampons. What you want about? And some Midol and a heating stones, and like a heating pad.
And the Midol's from me, bitch.
How dare you judge me for my tampons?
I had to buy pads. It was before I used tampons in the local grocery store. And this guy who was like, he was 3 years ahead of me, like star basketball player, like super popular guy, handsome. Anyway, I was standing in line with my parents, like throwing this box up and down because I was bored, like this box of pads, like tossing it up and down and catching it. And then I saw this guy come around the corner, and I just remember being mortified that he saw me tossing around a box of pads at the checkout line.
Every time, just like mind your own business, like with your box of pads, and then there comes like this like crazy looking fucking Aquaman or something.
Yep.
Oh, we've all been there, man. I've had moments too. Block them out of memory.
We've all been there with our box of pads.
Like, oh, you're like sitting there like in your Pulp Fiction clothes. Santa Cruz volleyball team t-shirt and stuff. with the powder blue shorts. Oh, Jesus Christ. What the fuck are we even talking about right now? Fine. Fine. Financial responsibility. Hey man, I once bought $1,000 chessboard.
Oh my God.
And I told my wife, yeah, I'm buying this $1,000 chessboard. I've always wanted it. Because it's like the exact same chessboard that they use like in the world championship matches.
No.
And I don't get shit about it. But then she could buy like her own shit too. Like I don't question her about those kinds of things. I go buy your $1,000 thing.
I really want to get like a good marble chess set.
Oh, you can't go marble, man. You got to go because that's for amateurs.
What do you mean it's for amateurs? I just want it for the decoration piece, not.
No, chess players don't decorate with fucking marble. if first of all, if I walk in your house, I saw a marble chess set. This guy don't play chess. That's what I would know.
It's just decoration. Is what you would think.
I mean, I guess for decoration that's cool, but just know that chess players judge you.
I just checked the one that I bought. It was it looks like I had a coupon, but it was $139.95. Ultimate Tournament Chess Set Combination number 2.
Plastic set? Plastic set?
No, fuck off. Of course
all right.
Not. Golden rosewood and natural boxwood.
Oh, that's a nice one.
Maple.
Yeah.
I sent you a picture of it.
Oh yeah. No, that's a nice chess set. That is a nice chess set.
Because I wanted the like tournament chess set.
Yeah, no, those are legit. The one that I bought was the DGT chessboard that like when you move, it inputs the moves on the computer, so like it's on the screen and stuff. And you like play online with it, and like it's super cool.
I don't need all that fancy stuff.
Well, I'm a dork when it comes to chess, so I kind of do. I'm very picky when it comes to my chess. You don't want to play me, Schnitzel.
I do. Oh, I do. I really do.
We'll do it on stream. I'll do it live. I'll fucking do it right now.
Fuck it, we're doing it live.
Preferably when I'm not like 3 fingers deep in a bourbon.
Oh, I went home last week and there was house guests, and one of them was a chess player that's been studying my moves for like the last year and a half.
What?
Oh.
And I just come back from flat. I was blitzed. It's like, oh, I know you play the Carl count and the French defense. It's like, as a matter of fact, I do. How the fuck did you know that? Oh, I got your like user ID on chess.com. It was my nanny's husband. It's like he was studying my moves.
Wow.
Hilarious.
Oh, we played like 3 games. He beat me twice. Like this fucking asshole. But I swear to God, it's like this thing. It's like I remember I took a piece, and then it's like, how the fuck did that just turn into a queen? Like the pieces were changing shape. I was way too blitzed to be playing. I want a rematch when I'm sober, man.
You come into my house and beat me in chess? No.
Nobody's ever beaten me in the game of chess in my own house before. Now you've done
it. You're never welcome here again. See,
but it was cool.
I don't play any certain things like that. I just look at the board and see what's happening, and I play based on whatever situation's going on.
No, intuition. How many games of chess have you played?
Oh,
in your life?
Like 1,000.
Oh,
I play a lot.
Probably. Do you have a rating?
No, I've never. I have played online before, but that's not like my main thing. I like to play people in person.
Yeah.
And I have a family member who gets so upset that I have beaten them every single time we've played.
Oh, so you're at least decent then. You got to be at least decent.
I'm decent, and I always beat my husband. He's never beat me.
You're probably like rated, I would guess, 1,000.
I'm rated 69.
Oh,
totally. Aren't we all?
It's literally.
Brad, do you play chess like that?
Mm-mm.
He's like, no, I just get the marble chessboard, so it's all for decoration.
I haven't even bought it yet, and I'm catching so much flack for this. Jeez.
I'll send you the link for the one I got.
Oh boy!
If you want,
the one you bought, I know the one you want. Tournament chess set number 2. That's on Amazon for $140 or so.
The one I got, no, it was from like an actual chess store.
The House of Staunton.
Oh, well, I gotta open my email back up and check.
I mean, you don't have to. I'm just saying. I know of that chess set. I probably bought it before.
USCF sales.
Oh, United States Chess Federation.
Yeah.
Direct from them. USCF. Chess store. Sales. Oh, you got 15% off if you buy boards today.
Oh boy.
Yeah,
a wooden chess set
for Halloween a couple years ago.
Yeah, no, but you got the actual. I'm all like shopping now. You're gonna get me to buy like a chessboard.
Tournament chess set combination number 2.
Oh, it's not letting me look at stuff. Wood chess sets. It was wood, right? You said rosewood and
Yep.
something.
I feel like we're
Tournament.
talking about like a Harry Potter wand. Natural boxwood. And then the
Nat-
board, those were the pieces, but the board was folding walnut and maple.
Oh, it's a folding board for 140. Oh, they ripped your ass off. You got ripped off, Schnitz.
No.
No, it's a decent board. I think I'm looking at it right now.
But it was on sale. I got it for 118.
Oh, no, that's a decent chess set. It's better than marble. I'll tell you that.
Why?
It's just you don't play because they don't look like the regular Staunton style chess pieces.
Who
Like
cares?
they're all like because man, I don't want to look at a knight that looks like a rook. I don't want to look like at a rook that looks like a queen. I want just like these weird ass blocky artistic shapes. Oh, we're being cute and artistic. Fuck off, dude. Give me my regular chess pieces. That's what I want. That's what I want. That's all. Sorry, Brad. Not to shit on your board. I'm just saying.
Not to shit on your board. That out of context sounds terrible.
I mean,
Oh.
I posted one in the chat, and that one you can clearly see what each piece looks like. It's not like
All right, let me take a look. Yeah, that's decent. Okay, all right, fair enough. That is the regular Staunton style chess pieces, but it's tiny. It's like 14 inches. Like a tournament chess set is about a 20-inch board.
Only 14 inches. Oh my god, that's so small.
The squares are only 1.5. It's like I mean, it's a decorative piece. That's cool for but for a
I wanted a
tournament,
travel board. That's why I wanted the.
see, that makes more sense. If you're buying it for a particular reason that you're going to be carrying it around, challenging
Yeah.
people, I want to duel you in chess
Challenging people.
right now.
Right.
no, I legit, I got 14-inch boards that I use just for analysis, just for fuck around, like with magnetic pieces. Like there's a legit. It's a good board, Brad.
No, I moved on from Bruce. Now I'm Chad. Jeez.
Chess and Brad. Chad.
Oh, it's a deep. Brad, I've looked at it. It's fine, man. I would not make fun of that board. It looks decent. I would buy it. Just don't buy it from.
And now you get this one, and then you start getting into what the fuck are these people buying? Because it doesn't look even close to what a traditional piece would be. And I can understand your frustration with that, because that does not look like what somebody would look like.
I'll show you the board that I bought. Here, watch. Check this out. Oh, show me. Well, I couldn't find yours.
I just shared the link.
Oh, you did? All right.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to share mine first. So how about that?
Okay, fine.
I'm going to share. This is the one that I bought. This is the $1,000 board that I bought. It's the DGT Electric. Yeah, and it's like legit. Like it like connects to the internet and stuff, and like inputs your moves on the screen. But it's like what they use at World Championship matches. It's like yeah, it's one of these. It's like one of the that you would see like like Magnus Carlsen is playing. I don't play as good as them, but I feel like I do. I think it was worth it. I played only a handful of games on that board, and I lost like a couple of them. I was pissed off. Was it worth $1,000? No, it was not. Do not buy $1,000 chessboard.
Mine is more approachable.
Yeah, let's see your board, Ninja. Let's see. See, that's a good board. That is a good board. $170 on US chess sales. Let me present
That's
your screen.
Chad sales.
Chad sales. Ultimate chess. That's not even a fair picture of it though.
No.
But yeah, see, those pieces are good. They're probably weighted. Mm-hmm. That looks almost exactly like my board. It just folds, but you got like this carrying case. You could put a chess clock in here. White pieces go there. Black pieces go there. It's got a pouch for like a scorebook and stuff.
Yep.
You could put like your driver's license right there or like your school license to show like what a dork you are, member of the chess club. It's perfect. It's perfect. You could put roll-up boards in there probably. That is a decent board. I would be happy to play chess on that board. And to be fair, I would play chess on the marble board too. It's just it's a little small is all.
Just be catching flack the entire time.
Can barely get my fingers around this tiny pawn.
Oh, yeah. With my forefinger and my thumb, I shall move my pawn to E4.
My forefinger, my thumb.
Please don't.
My little micro pawn here.
A good positive memory for me.
Oh no.
Oh, folks. All right. That's all I got for Flad today. I think, did we even answer this lady's question?
I don't know.
didn't
But Bruce said Chad Braddington.
Chad
Oh,
Braddington. Chad Braddington. Yeah, don't be a dick when it comes to your finances. Just be open and honest, man. Don't run up your debt. Don't breach fiduciary duties. That's the advice.
I like your suggestion though to do the
Post-nuptial.
Yeah.
Yes, because that takes all the guilt away. When she's feeling good and guilty, she assumes 100% of the debt.
Mm-hmm.
And there's no risk of him having to pay for half of her squandering the community funds.
And she should do that ahead of time and then go to him with all the information.
Yeah. So look, I've drafted this post-nup so that way it's all going to be on me. I just want you to know that I did this. I fucked up. I'm really sorry. And perhaps I will give you oral pleasure tonight.
How does a post-nuptial work when
Same way as a
allocating communicate or using community funds to pay those debts?
Well, you could put into writing whatever you want to be true, as long as it's not illegal. But if you wanted to assume in writing debts that you incurred on a separate account of yours, it's real. You simply label it a post-nuptial agreement. You would do it exactly the same way as a prenup. Get advice from an attorney. He should get his own advice from an attorney. What does this mean? I'm giving up specific rights. This is no longer going to be community property. Do you understand that by signing this agreement, you're 100% going to be responsible for these debts? You're not going to be able to shield half of it on him or throw half of it on him. And you get it in writing. And then upon divorce, it becomes a contract that will be enforceable the same way a prenup would. And so there's provisions all over the family code that on how to do that, but that would be an example of one. But you'd have to get it in writing. You can't just say, "Oh, she told me she was going to assume all the debt," because she's going to forget all about it when time comes for to be in front of the judge.
Unfortunately,
yeah, that's how that works. But anyway, folks, that was Flad for the year of our Lord, March 21st, 2025. I love you all. Have a good, wonderful weekend. Be safe out there. Don't do anything that I wouldn't do. And if you happen to get in trouble, do not talk to the cops. Call me first. All right. Love you all.
Yep. See you.
Bye-bye.
Bye, guys.